Previously on Adventure Awaits.
I am actually prospecting.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm looking to tap the untapped wealth of the Mwangi Expanse.
Your village? Where are you from?
A town up really far north called Built.
Well, you're not stupid. You have put together that the Songo have not attacked us here. But I was hoping that you might join me.
I don't know if you know, how long you've known about, human customs or, this, but you don't just go into, you don't just take this. This is a resting place. You could, disturb spirits or what have you.
I'll bury it after I'm done with it. How about that?
Will you bury it?
Yeah, I'm a dog.
Can I sense motive that?
Then he's going to begin casting a spell.
Uh-oh.
You see a mist emanate from his body, blankets the area with a dense fog. You smash this thing on the ground, and you get a gust of wind emanating out of it. So you see this large air elemental coalesce in front of you, and it's towering over you 10 feet in the air, and it goes, Master.
Alright, so last time we had the epic encounter with Darthek and his minions, and now we're down to just Darthek.
Yeah, fuck those minions.
So you guys cleared out pretty much everybody else except for Darthek, and he's standing in the center of this gear-shaped platform. The last thing he did last week was he landed, and then he cast Obscuring Mist. So essentially this entire thing is covered with fog, so it's going to make it a little hard to connect with them on attack rolls. And then Lucky, on his turn, smashed the elemental gem given to him by the Jinn, and this creature erupted from it. It was a large air elemental, and now it's his turn to act. You want to tell us about that guy over there? Anything particular?
Oh, some stats?
He's huge.
It's pretty. I thought it was a pretty nice weapon to give you.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad we have this.
I almost was hoping you'd forget about it, but
Not so fast.
I had a little help. Yeah, this thing. It has 2 slam attacks plus 14 bonus, which is pretty damn awesome, and special ability of Whirlwind, which I think might help with this Obscuring Mist.
Ooh,
so
that's true.
Let's see how that works out.
All right, so it's the air elemental's turn. Since you smashed the gem, he erupts from the gem. So yeah, he's right next to Lucky now.
Are you still flying?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna send the air elemental forth into the center of this Obscuring Mist, and I'm just gonna have him go into a whirlwind.
Put him on top of Poe.
Okay, so essentially he's flying over Darthek at this point to do the whirlwind.
Okay,
and he doesn't have to be, but I don't know what you were planning on doing, but he does have a fly speed, so I didn't anticipate that happening. I like my Obscuring Mist. So a moderate wind, such as from a gust of wind spell, disperses the fog in 4 rounds. A strong wind disperses the fog in 1 round. So the question is how fast that whirlwind is moving. Which I would say that's probably fast enough to clear it in 1 round.
Okay, so it'll still be obscured for now.
Yes.
But until the next round, it should be cleared up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so he moved. That was a standard action, and he's in whirlwind form now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else associated with... I read about it, but I didn't, take a college degree in it.
If he catches anybody in his whirlwind form, it deals, his slam attack damage to them.
Okay.
So he didn't necessarily know where Darthek was, but if he, by any chance, happened to pass over him, it would have hit him.
Okay. So. All right. Can he differentiate between friend and foe, or it's going to suck anybody up in?
Yeah. If anybody touches them while he's in whirlwind form, they take damage.
And how long's the duration on that?
It was 1 round per 2 hit die.
Damn.
HP.
He's got 8 hit die.
Okay, so he can be in whirlwind form for 4 rounds.
Okay, so that was his standard action. And he moved, and so now it's Charles' turn.
Hey, it's me.
Hey!
Back to me, boys. I think at this point, Charles is just so frustrated with just being so ineffective, and plus Poe's raging song is just so inspiring. I think he's just gonna run around and try to hit on this dude.
Hey, what are you doing?
We all went there.
You come here often.
So Darth, you're a giant lizard, huh? Alright, feeling this inspired by Poe's raging song, I'm gonna take a quick slide 5-foot step right around Poe and do a full attack and try to hit this dude twice. Electric slide right around Poe. My first attack is a 26.
That's a hit.
I'm just gonna roll the other attack before I do damage, just to get that out of the way.
Nice.
And that's a 17.
That's a miss.
Alright. So I hit him once. And that is a minimum of 5 damage.
I hate to be this guy, but
You're gonna make me just
doesn't he have a
mischance?
mischance?
He does.
But not as much, right? Because he's closer.
Hold on.
Yeah, so roll that. It's only 20% mischance.
D100, correct?
D. Hundo.
I want a D100.
You can get them.
You can get
They just look like a ball.
48.
All right, that's a hit. So you made it.
I did it.
There we go.
The
gonna-
obscuring mist in your eyes.
I'm gonna say I saw like a silhouette as I ran up and just swung at him.
Dead center.
And then like as I swung, some of the mist like blew out and I saw his eyes and like
They're flashing this, yeah, they're flashing this, violent red. Like,
they're a
screams.
wonderful ruby red. His wings. I'm like, oh.
Evelyn, you're up.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot again. Yeah, with that mischance, I can't hit.
Did you take precise shot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's huge.
Huge.
What's that? I don't know that.
That was the greatest. That's staying in, Alex. Or whoever edits this, Kevin.
Okay. So I'm going to try and shoot Darthak. It's going to be a 17.
17's a miss.
Of course it is. I shot into... Well, right now, I feel like she's on edge anyway, because this guy has...
Surrounded by us.
Yeah.
So she's trying to aim
I
high.
feel like I feel like I was really close to landing some good hits, and it just hasn't really done anything to him. So, also I've seen some of my friends kind of disappear before my eyes right now, so I'm worried I'm gonna hit them too. So, yeah, I don't really think she's as focused as she needs to be.
Well, there's also a giant whirlwind in the center
Yeah.
of the room, so
Yeah, I
maybe
think-
that affected it.
The wind pulled the
That'll
shot.
do it.
It's like one of those optical illusions where like you see the silhouette of Darthek, but like it's kind of like shifting because of the smoke.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes it look
Yeah.
like it's...
Yeah, so you like fire into it and like it just like right
Yeah.
through it. But
Or like you fired at what you thought was his, like where he was at, but he's actually like
True.
a few steps forward.
yeah,
He's behind you.
Oh no.
Nothing personal, kid.
you were Darthek the whole time.
That's the plot twist. It was just one of us. It just we thought.
Yeah, it's a split situation.
All right, so Evelyn,
that
did you want to move at all, or
I guess I'll move over to the right a little bit, even though I can't really see if that's gonna help me, but
okay? So Evelyn takes a shot, 5-foot step to the right, and now it's Poe's turn.
You make Is pancake time?
Yeah. I guess. I want to see if I can hit this guy.
Do I have your permission to make It's a Pancake Time t-shirt?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, go for it.
Cool.
All right, yep, I'm going to bring this great club down on his head. Thing. Nope. That would be a 14.
That is a miss.
So I try to hit where I think he is, and it's just smoke.
It's like his head, but it was smoke, and you're like, what? Like, what happened?
What are you like looking at the clouds? Like, oh, there's Darth.
Oh, and I heal up 2 points.
He like
There's Darth.
he leans forward in the mist and he's just like, boo.
He like leans up from behind him. He's just like, "Where are you aiming at?" I gotta think like you're like mist. It's still like part like water. You gotta think like maybe everything's getting slick in your hands. So maybe like your like grips loosening up or whatever. That's why you're missing.
Mm-hmm. Misting.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. I'm gonna. That was too bad.
No, it's okay. I'll leave.
Oh, the only good person out we have is leaving.
Okay, so now it's Darthek's turn. He's going to
Run away.
move to the.
Kill himself.
You have bested me. I'll slit my own throat.
I'm gonna swallow this sword.
So he's going to move and he's going to take at least an attack of opportunity from Charles, Poe, and Argyle.
And the
air elemental
as well.
Yes. Argyle misses with a 19.
I got a 28.
28.
Natural 1.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
19.
19 from the air elemental
Yeah.
is a miss. All right, so I think Charles is the only one that hit with the 28.
Well, let me roll the. Is he still obscured by the mist if he moved? Would I
Yes,
still have to roll
'cause-
the mist chance then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me roll that first then. There's no point in rolling damage if I miss.
True. Missed.
I don't,
What is it?
50.
50.
Okay, that's good.
Nice.
I'm 2 for 2. 8 damage.
8 damage.
I caught his hamstring as he ran away. I'm like, get back here.
All right, so Darthek makes an escape, dodging most of those hits, but ends up getting hit by Charles on the way out.
You ain't running from me.
And
I'm gonna buy you a drink, and you're gonna like it.
I'm gonna give you all the love and compassion you need.
okay, and now he is going to point in between everybody, and
Oh boy.
Charles,
Yep.
Poe,
Yeah.
Lucky,
Oh boy.
Magi, and I believe everybody except for Evelyn. Yeah, everybody except for Evelyn is going to have to make a DC 16 Fortitude save as Darthek casts Sound Burst, and there's this immense thundering sound echoing
Good
through.
at that.
I don't like that.
Nope.
I got a
A 19.
19 for Lucky.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yes.
24 for Charles.
Is this poison or drugs?
No.
It's a
He
sound.
just hits you with a dank weed cloud. He just like
It's
12.
not magi.
All right. All right. So everybody's going to take damage, but this is to avoid being.
Blast it off.
like Team Rocket.
Just like
Deafened?
No, this is to avoid being.
that would be
Where's
rough.
the freaking being stunned? All right.
Oh,
so you
boy.
passed. What did you get, Charles?
24.
You passed.
12.
Poe. Okay. Poe fails, and I got to roll 4. Okay. Magi definitely fails, and so does Argyle. So everybody but Lucky is stunned. That means you drop everything for 1 round, and everybody.
And Charles.
Yeah, I got a 24. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. And
Like
you
what?
all take. Oh wow, max damage, 8 points.
Well,
One of the things is it loses dexterity bonus to AC. I don't, because of uncanny dodge.
Uncanny.
Did you say the air elemental failed too?
Oh, I didn't roll him.
Okay.
He's probably got really good fortitude.
I don't know if he actually.
does he be affected?
Would be in that.
Let's see. Immunity.
Demon to crit.
You said to stun. Immunity to stunning.
Okay, there we go. So you don't have to worry about him.
Okay.
Did he take any damage?
All right, so this. Yes, he still does take the damage.
8 damage.
Okay.
8 damage. So he casts this. A sound just explodes from right around everybody. 4 of you guys go down, and actually, Magi is unconscious and dying
Again?
again.
We're not getting him up this time.
I can't. I can only hit him once with it.
Now it's Argyle's turn, so he can't take his turn. So now it is round 10. Magi is still stunned,
And he's also
And
dying.
unconscious.
and he's unconscious and dying. It's Lucky's turn.
He is also dying, or he's at 0.
He's dying. He's
Oh.
yeah, he's at -4.
Do you want to risk getting him back up or just leave him?
I can't actually heal him is the thing.
You can
You can
stabilize
make
him.
a heal check to stabilize him.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste my turn. I'm the guy that can blast Darthek.
I'll do it.
I can't do it because I'm raging. You can't do it.
You're also raging.
Damn it. You're also on the. You're also
Di-
stunned.
But are you? Does that rage still in effect now that you're stunned?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Because you're no longer able to play the drums.
Well, it's not just drums. We went over that.
Well,
But you know what he means? Like you're stunned.
you're stunned, so you can't talk
can't-
about how tough you are.
He's like has his mouth closed trying to talk about it. It sounds like mumbles.
It's not like a persistent spell, is what I'm saying. Like you have to keep that going. It's not like I cast it and then it's just there.
We're counting on you now.
A raging song has audible components but not visual. Affected allies, yeah. Deaf Scald has a 20% chance to fail.
You can make Poe deaf.
Deaf creatures are immune to raging song. A raging song cannot be disrupted, but it ends immediately if the Scald is killed, paralyzed, stunned,
Oh, there you
Okay.
knocked unconscious, or otherwise
go. So
prevented.
I'm not raging, so I can do that.
Yeah, but you're stunned. Oh, you're not
not
stunned.
stunned.
You're not stunned. Shut up.
So now I go back.
Stop
down
saying
to-
you're stunned.
So now I have 13 hit points. Yay!
So the mist is gone now, right?
It's over.
There you go, Des.
I'm not gonna spend a turn.
Who have I-
activate my?
Who have I healed so far?
You healed Magi.
Yep.
Yeah, was that it?
I believe so.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I think you did me too, didn't you?
I thought I did. But
I thought he did too. We'll just say you did, just for the simplicity of it. I think you did.
Why? What's the what? Why?
Because you only do
I
it
can
once
only
per-
hex things once per 24 hours. So
Gotcha.
You're gonna sit here for 23 and a half more hours.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna hex Poe with healing. So
Cool.
we'll give you those good d8s. That's 8 and a 4, so 13. It's plus 6, so 18. He sees Poe like kind of wavering back and forth, swaying and stuff, and heads over. He says, "Well, it's your lucky day, Poe," and he touches him and heals him for the 18 points. Get back in there, bud. And Poe's just like drooling a little bit.
Poe, are you okay?
He's like holding his head on his hand, on his.
He's like,
his head on his hand.
Yeah.
His hand on his head, like.
And then, so the air elemental will act.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's gonna try and suck up Darthek.
Yeah,
That's my job.
Because I'm sitting here reading like what I'm gonna have to do here. So he moves into the space with Darthek. Let's see. Any larger or smaller creature that comes in contact with the spell effect must succeed on a reflex save or take 3d6 points of damage. A medium or smaller creature that fails its first save must succeed on a second. Okay, so it's DC 18. I just looked it up for the reflex save.
Okay.
And he fails that with a 10.
Nice.
So he gets sucked up and takes 3d6 points of damage.
Okay. That's 4, 7, 10. Plus 4. So 14 total. Yeah, so after Lucky, like, kind of tells Poe to get back in the fight, he's like, oh man, should I give this guy a name? The air
Oh
elemental?
yeah, for sure.
Frank.
Dildo.
Come on, man.
I'm leaning more towards Frank.
All right, hold on.
Bertha.
It's a dude.
It's got to be something
do you
with
know?
air.
How about Harry?
Okay. That's,
Baby.
But spelled air in the middle. He looks past, or he looks to the side of Poe, and he's like, Harry, get Darthek. And so then the air elemental just swoops in and tries to suck up Darthek into his whirlwind form.
Okay, so Darthek sees this guy coming towards him, and he's going to roll his reflex save, and he gets a 6 on the die, or he gets a 4 on the die. He's got a plus 6, so that's 10. He fails, so he takes 3d6 points of damage, and that was, what'd you say it was?
14.
14 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Harry styled on him.
So on the next turn, Darthek will have to try and make another save or get sucked up into the body.
No, actually on this turn I have to roll another to make sure that I don't get
okay.
sucked up inside. So let me.
Oh, I hope he fails again. It's gonna be so great.
I hate you.
I bet you do.
So
Yeah,
I bet you hate me.
I
didn't
died a
hear
little
that, did you?
inside.
What?
You're like, he says, like, man, looks like Harry Stout on him. I said that as you paused. I went, man, Harry really styled on him. And then Kevin just goes,
All right, so
probably one of my more prouder moments.
Well, you just have to head for the door. It's one direction. That way.
Oh my god. Oh.
okay, so now
Ryan had the text that was so bad.
No, I'm looking up more One Direction stuff.
I
in a
miss,
minute.
I miss so much stuff. Like when
So
I'm
much
going back,
One Direction stuff just
like when I go back and edit episodes, like I hear stuff that I didn't hear. That I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Right?
So the large air elemental comes over, and Darthek fails his reflex save, takes 3d6 points of damage, total 14, and now he, medium or smaller creature, which he is, must succeed on a second one or be picked up bodily by the cyclone and held suspended in powerful winds, taking 1d8 points of damage each round on your turn with no save allowed.
How much damage we end up doing?
So 14 damage.
Fail.
All right, here it is. DC 18. Fail.
Yes.
That's a big time rush of emotion.
All right, so he takes 1d8.
That's a 7 on the die. Is it just a straight up D8?
Yeah, it just says d8.
Okay, so 7.
All right.
I'm so happy right now.
Oh,
It's
me
amazing.
too. I'm really happy right now.
Yeah.
Is it because of the air elemental or your stupid
That
joke?
was a stupid joke. I made another one and only Des heard it.
Oh God.
I heard it. I just don't know the reference.
I'll have to wait till this goes to tape to hear that joke.
To tape. It's so old.
Hey, how's your 8-track?
All right, so now it is. So Darthek is suspended in the air, flailing about, and it is Charles' turn.
I'm gonna, since I'm not.
Don't touch it.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll get you, Darth.
Yeah, he's up in the air now, so keep that in mind when you're making your attack.
Since I'm no longer raging and I have some sense of clarity now, I see that Magi is down, so I'm gonna try to run over and try to stabilize my man.
Slap a band-aid on him.
Yeah. All right, here we go. It's a 10, right?
First aid's DC 15.
No, it's a 4.
Damn. Well, Magi's dead.
I remember, Magi, what's wrong?
Oh, everything hurts.
Are you okay?
That's your first aid. It's you just put a joint in his mouth and light it.
All right, so Charles runs over and tries to see what's going on with Magi, and now it's Evelyn's turn.
All right, seeing Darthek flailing about up in the air, Evelyn takes a 5-foot step forward and aims her bow up and shoots.
Throw that dice in the garbage.
Yeah, pretty much. That was a 9.
That is a miss.
Does he
Okay.
lose any bonuses to EC because he's flying in the air?
Creatures caught in the whirlwind take a -4 penalty to dexterity and a -2 penalty on attack rolls.
Wow.
Okay, so Evelyn, she kind of takes a deep breath before she releases the arrow, and she's kind of focused right at his groin area. But
She's a feminist.
unfortunately,
It goes in between his legs.
it goes right through because he's flailing.
All right, Bo, you're up.
I do nothing.
Okay, so now it's Darthek's turn. He's trapped inside of this thing. He is going to attempt to cast a spell, and that's going to be
Concentration check.
yes. And I'm looking up the DC here. So
15 plus the spell level.
Oh boy.
okay, but yeah, that's what violent motion. Well, okay. All right, so he is going to attempt 15 plus the spell level. He does not succeed. So yeah, you saw him moving his hands around, and
Hey, it's not me. It's the whirlwind guy.
And then
Well, we don't have a person here that can do that, so you're the closest person we can high five.
I guess, yeah. Let's high five Chris.
Yeah, we'll high five Chris.
Hey!
It's the only time you're going to get high fives from us.
All right, so you see Darthak just being violently spun around in this whirlwind, and he starts to, like, cast a spell, and then all of a sudden he just, like, goes limp, and
The
He
blood
just-
leaves his penis.
he's just limp, and he's just, like, being thrown around.
Oh, like the
And-
G-force, like he just kind of like
Passes out.
passes out for like a second, and
Like
then
blacks out.
No, he is, like, he's, like, filling about, and he does not, like, get back up. It's,
Oh, he's just dead.
uh-oh.
Don't we're happy about this.
We want to kill him.
I feel like it's a trick though. That's
yeah,
the thing.
that's the thing.
Yeah, so you see Darthak, he's just, like, not moving anymore, being thrown around in a circle.
Oh my gosh, this is so great.
We just watch it.
All right,
Some
so
popcorn.
it's round 11. Magi. You weren't able to stop the bleeding or whatever?
Nope.
Okay. So that is 15. It's DC 15 plus
It's a
the damage
DC.
dealt.
I think it's a DC 10 to stabilize yourself, but it's a DC 15 to try and stabilize somebody else without any.
All right, so DC 10
Did he
minus
fail?
the 4. So no, he actually succeeded.
Nice,
So he is
did
now-
something.
For himself.
When it comes to living, guys. No. All right,
It's
Lucky.
it was the joint. It saved him.
Lucky.
Join saved him. Okay, so this thing is it like center of mass in the air elemental, or is he like getting whipped around up above him?
The idea with these things is, like, they could hold as many people as they can volume wise. So I kind of picture him just being like
He's just
flying.
inside of
yeah.
it.
And for all, I mean, he's not moving except for the fact that he's being thrown around in a cyclone.
Lucky tells the air elemental to drop him.
So
Slam him.
does he slam him?
Yeah.
Okay. So the air elemental, yes, master, and just like his whole
Air.
body just kind of like, instead of like grabbing him by the arms or whatever, like the air elemental just kind of like goes sideways, and you see Darthek's body just goes, and like in
Nice.
slow motion you see like the floor underneath kind of like, bits and pieces of the floor come off, and blood just comes streaming out of his head,
Yes.
and Darthek is dead.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, man. Ew.
So he's just like a bag of blood at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charles. I
Yeah,
know you
it's
wanted
like
to
it's
take
like
him
you had a
out.
balloon filled with paint or blood, whatever. and
Yes.
It just explodes everywhere.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so Lucky walks up to the air elemental and he's like, "Thank you for your service.
Be
I don't-
good.
You
Got it.
I don't think you can go back home now.
I kind of like it here.
Well, you could stay if you want to."
Cool. I only got like 8 more rounds though.
Yeah.
He just
Well,
bummed. He just
you
bummed
wanna
us for like a half a minute.
You want to
wanna,
hang
like,
out for like 48 seconds?
toss or something?
Kind of thirsty.
There's a bunch of water under the platform.
Okay, let's toss.
Lucky just looks over at Charles like,
I look. I'm like Longflay looking at the dead body of Darthek. I'm like, what could have been? Oh, what, Lucky? Do you need something?
you want to hang out with this air elemental for a couple more seconds?
Yeah, man.
Let's toss.
What are we tossing?
That
The
body
body.
over there.
I'm like, you know what? I'm all right. You know what? Just put the body down. He's all good.
He goes to pick up the body and gets ready to toss it to Lucky, and then he just vanishes.
And the body just falls. Do
That was fun.
we want to search his body? Or any part of it that's left?
Yeah.
On Darthek, as you're pulling through the bits of guts and
Ew.
organs and things like that, you see
We could make some lizard goo out of this.
With my pancakes?
Part of your balanced breakfast.
you see that he's got a couple of potions on him, and some pretty nice looking armor, and
Armor, you say?
and his spear that he was wielding, and he's got a nice crossbow with some bolts in it, covered in blood.
So nothing cool.
Curious about that armor, though.
Can we spellcraft, appraise?
You can spellcraft the potions
You can, I can't.
Nope.
and the breastplate.
5.
For what?
You don't know shit.
Spellcraft.
It's like all of it or one?
15.
15?
Oh, wait, hold on a second. That rolled stealth for some reason.
Hold on a second. I got to roll again so I get higher.
30.
30.
Wow.
Okay. So, Lucky, you're looking all over this stuff, and you said that was spellcraft?
Yeah.
All right, so you see that he's got 2 potions of bull strength on him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You see that he's got 2 potions of cure moderate wounds.
I need those.
You also can sense there's some magic coming from these other items. His spear is a +1 spear, and oh, that's not magic. It's masterwork, and you can sense some magic. He's got a +1 spell storing breastplate. It's actually really cool. I'm sorry I didn't get to use.
You're a cleric or a paladin.
I was really bummed that the cause fear didn't work anymore, because if the first person that strikes him in melee, he's got a cause fear spell stored in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of sucks.
It was going to be epic, but whatever. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but you still... So those are the items that you find on Darthek's body. You find a lot of the similar weapons and stuff on the other cultist body. Does anybody want to look around the room at all?
Yeah, I mean, we could take a look at those altars. There's might be something on that.
I'm gonna heal up Magi.
Yeah, before I do anything, I'm going to hand the potions off to whoever needs them.
I do.
Okay.
The healing potions.
All right. Yeah, those are, what did I say, 2 cure moderates?
Yeah.
2d8 plus what?
2d8 plus caster level.
So
It says Harry Lightstep on it. No, I'm kidding.
I think if it's a potion, it's probably 1.
Okay.
For cure moderate?
Yeah.
No, that's like I think cure moderate is going to be a +2.
We take we take a couple moments to recoup after
I'm like,
Yeah.
this like
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I mean, you guys were in like
battle.
this epic battle. I mean, what's going
Yeah.
through your guys' head?
I'm like Lucky's honest, like as he's like distributing out like these potions that he spellcraft, he's like, I can't believe we were actually able to do this, guys. We accomplished something great here today.
Yeah, we had some tough times, but I think we worked well together.
shout out to all my haters out there. We did it.
I go
Mostly
over.
you, dwarf man. I know you can't hear me, but I know.
I go over to Charles and said, "Hey, can I borrow your great axe?
I kind of like hold it close. I'm like, what do you need it for?
I'm gonna cut off his head. Take it to town. Show him that we got him."
No, we're taking the hands. And I pull my short sword out, and I go to cut his hands off.
This is so weird. And I slowly just hand the axe over and go ahead.
All right, and I
We just
go.
cut every limb off.
Oh my god! And then I go like, you know how someone chops wood, kind of like that kind of motion, and just
Yeah.
chops the head off.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Poe, make sure to clean that off when you're done with it. I like to keep it like looking good.
Okay, and he spits on it and rubs it off.
Great. Now it's probably gonna be like acidic. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, so you're going to go check the altars?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go over, and is everybody, like, what is everybody else doing?
I'm currently like trying to clean off the spit and blood off of my axe, and it's making me very disgusting.
You're like furiously
Yeah, I'm like,
polishing it because he's like, you're like, damn it! I told you to clean it off.
I literally. I have an appearance to keep, and Poe's fucking messing it up. Well, the sheriff's of the town, goddammit, and he's spitting all over my shit.
I guess I'm gonna go over and make sure Magi's all right.
Okay. I was looking up a rule. Did he get healed back at all? Did he
I
get healed?
haven't done it officially
Okay.
yet, so I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay. All right, we'll start with Lucky for now. Lucky, you go over while everybody else is licking their wounds, cleaning their weapons, whatever.
Gathering
and
hands.
You approach this altar. It's a very low altar. It's maybe a foot off the ground, and it's made of stone. I mean, this thing is solid, and on top of it, you see this small lizard folk. Child. I mean, can't be any more than 8 years old.
Oh, that's messed up.
Around the body, you see just gems and various valuables just lining it like in a ritualistic manner. And if you were to look around at the other altars, you would start to notice much of the same thing. Like, these bodies were all arranged here and with great care, but you see ritualistic slits on them. Like, this is part of the spell that was used to conjure this storm. So actually, if you go around and you look, there's quite a bit of treasure here that you could claim. But these people weren't collecting it to have valuables. They were collecting it to start this storm.
Do you think we could? What are these? Are these altars made of stone?
Yeah, they're solid. I mean,
I'd
these
say we
things.
could try to get rid of them so this couldn't happen again. But if they're stone, then I don't know.
Yeah, that might be hard.
It's pretty messed up, though.
Yeah, Lucky looking over this, he just shakes his head and he's like, "What a waste of life."
And you might actually recall this from Shathva. She was actually very torn up. This is the thing that kind of made this cross the line with her.
Yeah.
And I think she briefly mentioned this to you guys. So yeah, I mean,
Lucky turns back to the rest of them, and he says, "We can't leave them down here. They don't deserve this."
The families need to have some kind of closure for this. I just kind of kick the body and I go, pieces of filth like this deserve to be dead.
The child body?
Yeah, no, Darthek's body.
Oh, okay.
Do we just each grab a body?
How
I mean,
many
Lucky's
are
not
we?
going to be able to carry a body. They're probably bigger than he is.
I mean,
The child
we
bodies.
cleared out the area,
Yeah.
so
They could come down and get him too.
Yeah.
We could tell her about it and say like they need to get proper.
I just like the image of like if we're like walking upstairs, it's like somber and there's like kind of like this sad music playing, and we just kind of like present.
It's the music from the Incredible Hulk. It's just that piano theme playing.
okay. So while Lucky is thinking over this, Poe, you go over and you check out Magi.
While he's doing that, do you have anything heavy we could tie to his body?
Jeez. We got Poe.
Hey, Poe, come here.
Jump in the water.
Jump in the water with his dead body, and just stay down there forever. No, I'm just gonna drag him over and just like kick him over this side.
Okay. So Charles drags
head.
this pulp flesh bag over to the side and just kicks it off the edge and falls and splash.
Good riddance.
You do that with the rest of the lizard folk?
Yeah, we just kick all the bodies. Over
Okay.
the side.
All right.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just like dragging.
Polluting the water.
He scrubs the blood streaks off of this.
Yeah, I'm just like, I got like a white rag over my head. I'm cleaning. I'm like, leave a mess everywhere. I can never go anywhere nice. They always leave a mess. It's embarrassing. We go out, we're trying to help people, and they just leave they trash all our Airbnbs. It's just.
So yeah, I think we just kind of spend this time recuperating, and we clear off all the altars to try and bring the bodies back up.
Okay. I can tell you what you have treasure wise, or I can tell you later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you now, just so you got flavor for it, and then we can write it down later. But there's 223 platinum pieces.
Oh my lord!
About 1,300 gold pieces, almost 8,000 silver pieces. There are 10 plus 1 darts, a large, beautiful saltwater pearl, 3 polished amber gems, and an onyx remora statue, and the skull of a rock filigreed with silver.
Wow.
That's a
There's
lot of stuff.
crap down here. They they pillaged the temple. So, is there anything else that you guys want to take care of down here? Anything you want to hit on character wise?
I'm Charles is good. I think there's that kind of like relief that we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the town is saved
Yeah, let's head back up.
with these dead kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is it enough to where like I could hold one?
yeah, I mean
okay.
it's
I want to be the one to give her Darthek's head.
okay,
Yeah.
and you're gonna give her the hands.
No, Evelyn's keeping these hands.
I told you she's like that one lizard lady we captured had the belt of head. She's gonna have a belt of hands.
All right, so so you're carrying the head, and then I imagine you're carrying 2 of the bodies.
And I'm gonna scoop up one of the kids and
Who's you?
Poe, thank you. Poe's gonna carry 2 of the children. You're gonna carry one of them. Who's carrying the
I'll
last
have
one?
one. I can carry another one.
Head in one hand, child in the other.
Deal.
All right. So yeah, you make your way. The platform that's circling the room comes back around. You make your way back to the stairs. You ascend, and you're back in that room where you fought the shadow creatures. There were pictures on the wall. You go back. Eventually, you get to the place where
post shutters. Oh God.
eventually, you get to where Shathva and the lizard folk are. And when you walk into the room, they're all kind of milling about, like they're looking up at the sky, and they're wondering what's going on. And if you look up, you notice that the storm is dissipating. And
Like for the first time, we actually get to see like clear sky again.
I mean, you've been here for 2 weeks now, and this is the first time since you've arrived that there's been clear sky. As you approach, Shathva kind of turns around and she notices you, and
I kind of I'm not saying a word. I'm just like in my hand. I look at her, I just go, "Yeah, it's done," and just toss the head at her feet.
so the head rolls up to her feet, and she kind of looks down at it, and there's this look on her face of deep sadness, and you can tell that she's heartbroken. And then she looks up at you and she says, "He was my friend, but his ways were not right. Though I'm sad to see him go, I thank you for your efforts. It seems the storm has gone." And then she kind of notices the children.
These 4 children were found on the altars, surrounded by all the, I assume, treasure from the temple. He had used them as the sacrifice. We thought we should bring them back for at least the families.
And she nods, and she walks over to one of them in particular, and she picks him up, and then she holds him, and she just starts crying, and she says, "This was my son." Oh, thank you. I didn't want to do this, but it was hardly appropriate for me as the leader not to lead by example. She says, "Though I am saddened, this was necessary. I think that we will now take our leave of this place. We will no longer dwell in this temple. It's too sad of a memory. As for us, I promise that we will no longer be your enemy." And some of the other families come around and just surround Shathva.
Lucky's this was a terrible event that happened, and I think that we should not only not be enemies, but maybe we should be allies. And if you guys need help reclaiming your land, I'll help you do that.
You have my allegiance as well.
And she looks up, tears streaming down her face, and she says, "Thank you. I believe that would be very nice. We shall talk more on a brighter day."
And Lucky wipes a tear from his eye, because it was pretty sad.
Charles kind of he's trying to hold it together, but you can feel the tears well up, and he can feel the tears well up in his eyes. He's just shaking his head, not saying anything.
Yeah.
We gotta get Hamsa too. We can't forget her.
Oh God, I forgot about her.
Anyway,
do you walk up to the head with a hand and go, "Stop hitting yourself"?
no, I'm very gently setting the child down, and
I have a feeling that Poe's trying to put it down gently, but then he drops one.
oh god,
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh God, my son.
My son! He's
So do you ask about Hamsa then?
yeah. I'm do you still have our blind companion?
Yes, you can take her as a sign of our new allegiance. Friendship, whatever the word is.
All right, I'm gonna go get her.
So she'll have somebody escort you back, and you go and retrieve her from the cell. Yeah, so I mean, is there anything else you wanted to take care of here, or any other questions you had to ask, or?
I think so.
You gonna go hang out with that one lizard dude?
No, he liked Lucky more than me anyway.
Oh, yeah. We gotta say bye to him.
We do have to say bye to
What
him.
was his name?
Orthok?
Orthok,
Yeah.
yeah.
Orthok.
He's a bro.
Yeah, he's
All
pretty
right.
bird
So
out.
you want to go say bye to him?
Yeah, man.
All right, so you head over. He's got his room is actually pretty close to the cell where Hamza is, and you head over there, and it's filled with like mud. This is like the wrestling pits.
Yeah.
And he says,
Nice.
He says, "Well, friends, it seems as though you were successful.
We were.
Yep.
I had the utmost faith in you. I only wish I was small enough to fit down the doors to go punch that bastard in the face myself.
Well, his face is up
Orthok.
there if you want to.
I may do that."
Look, we're gonna be heading out soon, and I think Shathva said you guys are gonna be leaving, but we offered our assistance if you guys need it, and I just wanted to say it was great meeting you.
Well, it was a fabulous time meeting you as well. Maybe sometime we could get together and have a nice meal over the bonfire again.
That would be fantastic.
And Lucky's like, or maybe. And he reaches down, he scoops up some mud, and he like throws it at his legs. I'll take you up on that mud fight.
Now you're talking my language.
I like lean down, I'm like, Lucky, he'd probably destroy you.
I don't know about that, Charles.
You cast mage armor.
He,
He
sa-
still gets destroyed.
he says,
Just pushes him down the mud with one hand. He's just like,
Shoving my face in the mud.
he says, so he wishes you safe travels, and he says that maybe he'll stop by sometime once tensions between the lizard folk and the humans have died down.
Nice. I'd like that.
yeah.
Maybe you could help facilitate that as ambassadors for the lizard folk.
Sounds like a great idea. We can get sashes and everything.
We could be ambassadors with sashes.
A little dog sash. It says like lizard ambassador. We have diplomatic plates so we can park anywhere.
Nice. The benefits.
I know.
Prime parking in the swamp.
All right, so we get
Hamsa.
Hamsa and we start heading back.
Okay, so you guys head back to Pride's Hearth, and this journey is going to take you a couple of days. As you're walking, every now and then you come to a section of the forest. The last time you were walking through here, it was really, really thick. I mean, it was hard to move through this place. Mm-hmm. Every now and then you come to a section where the trees are just completely blown over for miles.
From the storms.
Yeah, You kind of get the
Jesus.
sense that every now and then a stray tornado just came through here and just mowed everything down. Not like absolute destruction, like the forest is completely leveled, but just every now and then you get a little path where you could walk a little bit, and then it goes back into the rough woods.
Yeah.
So you're walking for a couple of days, and you finally get back to. You start to see Priden's Hearth in the distance. When you see the walls, you see that the doors are closed, but you do see that there was a section of the wall where there was a large tree, presumably hurled by a tornado, that crushed part of the outer wall. And, it's kind of like a sign of the devastation. So I imagine you guys kind of approached the doors. Did you knock on them or anything? Or
Yeah,
do
I'm
you
like
wanna...
just knocking as loud as I can.
Okay.
I start banging my drums.
Okay, you knock on the door, and you wait for a few minutes, and nobody answers.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You said the wall was
Yeah, can we get
kind
to
of
Yeah,
can we
about-
go
Climb
around?
over the tree.
Yeah, about 20 feet from the door, you could climb over the tree and through the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
hurry over there? Like something's obviously amiss.
Okay, so you move around, and when you step down off the tree, you can see that the streets are still fairly saturated. It's pretty muddy. And you make your way down. You're looking down the street. This is the main road. And you see somebody standing on the porch of the stone hall.
We don't recognize him, or
It looks like one of the town folks to you. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything like somebody that shouldn't be there.
okay.
They're just kind of standing there. I presume you guys try to get their attention
yeah.
or not.
Hey, Where is everybody?
Arby's roast beef sandwich. No, sorry, I had to. Yeah, so he shouts to you. He's like, hello. And then after a moment, he recognizes you, and he rushes inside. And then...
Oh God, they're back!
Hide.
And then a moment later, the sheriff comes out, and she sees you. And she says, oh, thank God. You've returned. Please come in.
Oh, Kate Winslet.
Wait, was the sheriff Kate Winslet the whole time?
I'm beautiful.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, like glad to be back, Sheriff. As like we walk inside.
And then they all stab us.
A2 Brute.
So you walk in and with Hamsa, and you see that the people are still inside of the stone hall. And the sheriff says to you, yes, the storm ended a few days ago, no doubt, due to your great efforts. We're still trying to assess the damage to the town. As such, we've kept people here in the stone hall.
Guys got a smell in there now.
Yes, the farts reek. I think that we fared pretty good. We lost a portion of Island Town, though, due to the floods, but nothing we can't rebuild. What news do you have to report?
Where to begin?
Yeah, for real.
All of it.
Okay, so
can we just kind of like...
Yeah, we can skip over that.
Yeah.
So she sees that you have Hamsa, and she says,
Oh, she's blind.
"Oh, really? What happened?
She fell and
Poked
poked
her
her
eyes
eyes.
That's terrible." Okay, and she waves.
I'll take her to the cell. She has some stuff she needs to explain.
Okay,
I'm gonna
nice.
take her and
I like that.
I'll catch up later.
okay. So you go to take her out the door, and then in walks Count Narcissus, and he says, "I'm sorry. That's Hamsa," and he goes to hug her. And what do you think that you're doing? This is my closest advisor. You can't take her away.
I immediately just like put my hand on his shoulder and push him back. I'm like, she's not who you think she is. She's an incredibly dangerous person. I'm taking her to where she belongs.
The sheriff comes over. Do you have anything on you that we can use to sway the count?
We have her journal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I turn to the sheriff and I say, we have her journal. And it describes the night that she claims that the halflings attacked. And says that was not the case.
All right. So she says, "May I have it, please?" And I assume you give it to her.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she takes it, and the count has Hamsa sit down while he's leafing through this, and he just says, I can't believe this. I want to. I need to read through this before you're going to take her anywhere. I want to keep her in my estate.
No. Evelyn speaks up. That's not going to happen.
She's dangerous.
With all due respect, Count, trust us on this. She needs to be in a cell where we can try this fairly.
Then I insist on going along with you.
So you're gonna give up helping this town that needs you right now for your advisor? How's that gonna look on the townspeople? Huh?
They will be fine. They're in capable hands with the sheriff. I am going with you, and I am not taking no for an answer.
I put both of my hands on his shoulders and kind of like squeeze a little tighter. I'm like, listen, you're staying here. This is your town. All right. Don't be a child about this. She needs to be there. You have a job to do. Let me do mine. I'll let you do yours.
Roll an intimidate check.
Yeah. Damn it. It's a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there it went.
But might I say he stutters a lot, so maybe a 10 works?
That's not how it works.
I'm the GM here.
And I see how that goes.
No. It absolutely works. Yeah, he's like, fine, and he's very, very frustrated, but he stomps off.
I let go, and I like, you're coming with me, and I grab her again, and I start walking towards the jail.
Okay, So you head on over to the jail, and the count says. So I take it that you guys were successful in your efforts.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so well then, I will give you the money that you have requested, and in your honor, I will name this town. I will name a special day for this town in your honor. Today will henceforth be known as the day that you four heroes. I guess you'll have to tell your friend since he left that you are the ones that saved our town.
Nice. 4 Heroes Day.
Bryden's Hearth 4.
Yeah, so he rewards you guys with the money that he promised, and you guys are free to do what it is that you will.
3.5 Heroes, new sitcom coming to you on your local Fox affiliate.
Wait, Lucky's like,
Canceled after 2.
make it 6 Heroes Day, and he looks over at Magi and Argyle.
Oh god, they came with us the whole way.
And gives them like a thumbs up.
Oh man,
We gotta go.
That one over there doesn't look like a hero.
looks like a drug
We
addict.
gotta go take
I'm like,
Magi
shut
to the
up.
little boy, right? There's a little kid.
No.
No, they're his apprentice.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Yes,
you're right.
yes.
He's not a little
That
boy,
sounded
though.
horrible.
You know.
We gotta deliver this little boy to Magi to satisfy his urges.
Ew.
He just keeps
Magi-
getting worse and worse.
Magi is played by Kevin Spacey.
He had all of our respect up until right now, and then it turns out he has this huge scandal of laying on top of kids.
Jesus.
Okay.
Bananas.
The sheriff says, we absolutely plan on throwing a party in your honor this evening. We'd all greatly appreciate it if you come after you've had a chance to clean up and recover from your journey.
Yeah, Poe.
Poe.
We all look at Poe.
What?
In the
Clean
distance,
up.
in the distance. Yeah, Poe.
So you guys head out. What are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay.
I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I think Lucky gets cleaned up and just settles in and just kind of takes a minute for himself and relaxes. Because we've been booking it for the last,
Like, what, week maybe?
like nonstop since we got here.
Yeah.
Just to have a minute of relaxation to himself. Like,
Okay.
The minute to
that'd be
reflect
good.
on everything, like it all comes, like it actually hits you all at once. You're like, we fucking did it. You're like,
yeah.
that's crazy, you know? Like everything hits you at once.
Yeah.
The adrenaline high wears off.
We almost died. Like a lot.
Okay.
Evelyn fully intends on getting ready for this party, but first, she's going on a search for somebody that can preserve these hands for her.
God damn.
Get some taxidermy done on your
Yeah.
hands.
That's exactly right.
Should ask Les to restoration. I bet he'd do it.
He might.
So you're looking for a taxidermist then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say that happens and not play that scene out because
Oh,
it's gonna
no.
go
Yeah.
horribly awkward.
No, all right.
Okay.
So you guys go on, clean up, and the sheriff comes out, and she goes to the station, and inside she finds Charles with Hamza, and there are 2 deputies there that are trying to find out what's going on. The sheriff says, Charles, why don't you let those deputies handle that for now? We've got a event that we're planning tonight. Maybe you could wash up.
Because you stank.
I kind of like stand up and I like look at the 2 deputies and I'm like, I'm very wary on who to trust now.
Yeah.
Like, especially like the deputies because of what happened before, you know? And I kind of like, I'm like, are they trustworthy?
She says, yes, absolutely. I know who these are. They are my people.
Look, I'm not trying to like make you feel bad or whatever, but we've had some bad experiences with your so-called deputies. I just need to know 100% that I can trust both of these deputies, because she has some things she needs to answer for.
Absolutely. You will have a chance to speak with her later, I promise.
Okay, I'm trusting your word for this. If anything happens, it's coming back on you. So
That's my job.
I head out with her, and I guess as soon as we get out the door, I'm just gonna like kind of look down and go, Sheriff, we learned some things while we were out there. So I feel like you're connected to it in a way, and I'm gonna ask you a question. I know you're not gonna be comfortable with it, but that tattoo you have.
She pulls her sleeve back and she's like, this is a symbol of Iomade. I was once a paladin for Iomade. I did my work. I brought criminals to justice. I fought evil. And then there was one day when the evil was close to home. It turned out to be my sister. She was involved with the free captains. I had heard reports that there was somebody robbing a building, and I was the first one there. And when I saw it was her, I froze, and I couldn't do anything. And she begged me to let her go, and I was torn between family and doing my duty. I stood there for an eternity, and when the rest of my guard finally arrived, she was gone. I'd let her go. Well, my punishment was stripped of my powers. I was kicked out of the squad, and then I had to become a servant to Count Narcissus, not the one you know, his father, as compensation for the things that she had stolen. It was much to my dismay when I found out only 2 years later she died in a barroom fight, and I kept questioning myself if only I'd done my duty that day. Perhaps my sister would still be here. Now she's not, and the only thing I have left is to try to make this town succeed for her. I don't look at this town as a home. I look at it as my sister. This is the future that I'm building here for her. So that's why I didn't want to talk about it earlier. But I assure you that I have the best intentions in mind for this town, and I would not ever deceive you, Charles. Ever.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know how to respond to that.
And just walk out.
Yeah, that's heavy.
That's, oh my lord. I assume, did she stop walking
Yeah.
while she was talking? Okay. Charles is going to be silent for a minute, just processing all that she said. As he's doing that, he's slowly looking around at the town where they're standing. Just all the buildings, seeing the kids running through here, families shopping at the market, like the laughs, the stories that are being told, the fun times that he's had at the bar and all that, and just like the welcoming attitude that she had when he first showed up. And he kind of puts his hand on his shoulder and looks her dead in the eye and says, "Your sister would be proud. Never forget that drive to do what you do."
Jesus. Thank you, Charles.
You've built a great community here, and I'm just happy enough that you let me help.
And she just looks at you, and she's just speechless, and she kind of nods.
Now, come on, you said there was an event planned. I doubt they're going to start asking questions if we come in and you're crying and I'm walking behind you.
Yes. Yes, it will be later this evening. It's a party to be thrown in your honor.
Nice.
All right, so you guys wash out, rest, and relax.
No, right? That's crazy.
God damn, I wasn't expecting that.
So it's evening time. You guys are back in the stone hall. It's been cleared out pretty nicely, and there is a band on stage, and there are people drinking, having a good time. You notice that there is, there's a familiar face in the crowd, a little dwarf, and he's just up at the bar drinking again, having a good time. Apparently not reformed like he was the last time you met Charles. You see the Count step up on stage, and he's like, okay, I declare this day, I'm making it official now, that this day will always recall what these 4 people have done for us. And he kind of points to you guys, and everybody like cheers for you and starts clapping.
Like, take a bow.
And he also says, and as I promised, you are all granted land in this area to build upon, and we will never forget what you have done here today, and this week, and the past. Okay, I thank you. And he kind of steps down, and then this larger man says, "All right, very good. Next act, please."
And Poe walks up to the stage.
As he does that, I'm gonna walk over to the dwarf and take a seat next to him and be like, just order a drink.
Okay.
All right, he goes up to the stage and he's like, "Thank you."
Lucky he gets like a panicked look in his eye, and he's like, "No, God,
I
no,
just hear,
no."
As I order my drink, I take a sip, and I hear Poe say, I go, "What?"
So for anyone who doesn't know, my name is Poe. Whoa, that rhymed.
He says that and he's like, "Well, that rhymed."
Anyway, I'm gonna say some funny stuff. Hopefully you'll think it's funny too. So a boy says, "Hey Dad, why is my sister called Esther?" The dad replies, "'Cause your mom loves trees, and it's an anagram for trees." The boy says, "Thanks, Dad." The dad replies, "No problem, Alan." And he says, "Speaking of dads, they're like boomerangs, I hope." And then, like every time he says a joke, he's just like waiting for laughter. And he says, "I wish I could be ugly for one day. Being ugly every day sucks."
Charles kind of chuckles at that one.
Yeah, Lucky actually he tilts his head confused, like, what? That was actually kind of funny.
So I just got a new weapon. It's a pretty sweet javelin. Pretty happy about it, except for one thing. I'm like 6'6", big dude. Now it just looks like I'm fighting with a toothpick.
And Lucky kind of starts chuckling a little bit more.
Charles is starting to actively start laughing more.
So one day, kid was walking down a dirt road. He finds a knight's helmet in the bushes. He puts it on, starts walking back to his town. A traveling merchant rides his carriage by him and yells for the kid, "Hey, you need to ride to town?" The kid replies, "Yes, sir, thanks." So they're riding towards town, and the merchant asks the kid, "So, have you ever heard of fellatio?"
No.
The kid lifts up the visor of the helmet and says, "No." The merchant asks, "You know what sodomy is?" The kid lifts up the visor again and says, "No." The merchant asks, "You know what a pedophile is?" The kid lifts up the visor and says, "Look, man, I'm not a real knight." Yeah, I heard that one from a traveling merchant that picked me up. I mean, it was one that I came up by myself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, thanks everyone. See you around. And he walks back to the table.
That's great.
God, that's funny.
I assume everybody else is kind of like, are you guys all together still, or?
I'm still at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the bar, got a drink during his set, and then I grabbed a table.
Okay.
Or what are you doing at the table?
Grabbing it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just holding onto it.
She's doing a little dance with
The
the
hands?
hands.
No, those are safely in my
Hello,
room
my
right
baby.
now.
Hello,
She's
my
like,
honey.
she goes up and asks, can I have my show next?
It's a hand puppet show.
So Charles at the bar, everybody else sitting at a table? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Ersk turns to you and says, "Oh, how you doing, my friend?"
I'm feeling pretty good. After a week of hell, I feel like a drink is just the beginning of my relaxation.
Well, you look pretty good considering where you've been.
I'd say so. I got a few close calls, but chicks dig scars is what they tell me.
Oh, that they do. I've been trying to give myself a couple since I don't go out on the road. Not really.
I take like a long sip. I'm like, I know we got on the wrong foot at first, but I'm willing to bury the hatchet, as it were, if you are.
Oh, yes, of course. There's nothing like bonding over a nice ale. Could I join you and your friends at your table?
I see no problem with that. And I order like a round of drinks for the table. I order like, I don't know, what would Lucky drink? Like water?
I guess.
Like, I don't know.
All right, so
Sparkling water.
So you guys walk over to the table, and you're sitting there kind of chatting. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 26?
26.
7.
Modified 20.
23.
23. All right. Poe is just reeling from how good he just killed it on stage. Everybody else, while you're sitting there kind of talking, you notice that there's two people, a man and woman, sitting at the table next to you. And you notice that they're like just staring at you guys. Specifically, you notice that they're staring at Charles, just eyeing Charles a lot. And they're kind of like...
You want fuck?
Like whispering...
Fuck you with some dick.
They're like whispering to each other.
Do we know? So I whisper, I'm like, guys, these people are staring at me. It's kind of freaking me out.
Maybe you're famous now.
I mean, wouldn't we all be famous? What?
Well, go talk to him. I'll come back, yeah.
All right.
You don't have to do it alone.
So I stand up and I kind of like, thanks, Lucky. So I go and sit across the table from him and I go, pardon me, hate to be a bother, but we've locked eyes a few times and I feel like you have something to say. So
DTF?
Yeah, you DTF. No, I'm down. We're swinging. So I'm just you can approach us, say hi. We don't bite.
The woman, she's just like giggling. She's like, and she keeps trying to say something like we love all of you so, and the man's kind of like, what my wife is trying to say is we really appreciate you guys are like heroes here, and we're just so excited that you came here. You saved our town. We just a little hero worship. We're sorry. We didn't mean to stare.
I kind of like side-eye Lucky, and I go like, yeah, no problem. It's what we do.
And they're like, well, we don't want to keep you anymore. We're very sorry.
Yeah, have a nice rest of your night. Enjoy the party. And I kind of like stand up, and as like I'm walking away, I go, oh, they're pretty weird.
Yeah, that was different.
I feel like we should be careful around them.
So you guys excuse yourselves, and then the sheriff comes over, and she just kind of says, look, I know you've heard this 1,000 times today, but I just wanted to say congratulations, Poe. You did an excellent job on your set. It was amazing, and I sure look forward to your next bit. I also, and she kind of pulls Charles aside, but you can still hear her. She's like, my cousin will be in town tomorrow night, and it would be great if you could cover the shift at the cell for me. Could you fill that in on the evening for me so I can take him out to dinner, please?
He goes, yeah, no problem. It's the least I can do.
Well, I hate to ask after you've just been on a harrowing journey, but I do appreciate it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I think a nice relaxing stay in the cell, just watching over stuff. No, nothing too crazy. I think I could use a nice quiet night.
Oh, thank you so much. If you excuse me, I'll leave you to your festivities. And she walks away, and at this moment, Ersk gets up and she says, well, it's time. And he goes and stands on stage and he starts singing a very off-key song. Hey, ho, hello, my hell.
He's singing American Pie, but really off key.
So, Ersk Highbrew is up on stage just belting it out. And it's like really awkward. Everybody is kind of like looking up there like,
Wait, what's he singing?
well, my hell. It doesn't even make sense. It's a bunch of nonsense.
I call over like a waiter, and I'm like, "Can you real quick bring me a few shots?" And then
Yeah, Lucky kind of like while Charles isn't looking, he like takes a few licks out of his like pint or whatever.
so I'm just gonna kind of down the shots that I get, and then I kind of start like bobbing my head to his singing, like, okay, okay, I get it.
Evelyn's tone deaf, so she's into it.
This sounds perfect. We're all like,
Poe speaks up and he's like, so I guess we pretty much saved the town. So he says, I forgot what I was going to say.
pretty much on par.
We're all kind of like, yeah, we figured.
Oh, that's right. So it's too goddamn hot here, so I'm probably going to leave here soon.
Oh,
What?
You're leaving?
Yeah, I'm probably going to head back up north. It's too hot.
But, man, you're my battle buddy, my dog.
If you want to come with me, let's go. I'm going touring.
This is my home, man. Like,
Everyone loved my set, you know?
He had one good set, and he's gonna go tour, and he's gonna realize it was just like a lucky night.
a lucky
night.
Oh yeah.
Poe out.
Yeah, can I just do a little flashback before he starts doing his set? Lucky gives him fortune.
Oh,
Yes, I love that.
he casted it right as he before he went on.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You know, Poe, I'd love to go with you, but this is my home. So
Don't blame you. Pretty nice.
I kind of like clasp his shoulder. I go, I wish you luck, man. I hope you come back. You're always welcome here.
He does the same. Thanks, man.
Are you going back to your tribe?
No, probably not. I'm probably not wanted back there at the moment. But I'm definitely further north, where it's a little colder.
Are we ever gonna see you again?
You never know.
You gonna write?
Sure.
Can you write?
That's a good question.
He doesn't know.
I've never tried before.
Well, Poe, you're
gonna-
not the cleanest friend, but I'm gonna miss you.
I miss you too there, guy.
Yeah, man. You know, you came through when you needed to, and I'm gonna miss you, bud.
I miss you too.
I hug Poe.
I hug him back.
Magi comes over and he's
If he gets in on this hug, I'm gonna punch him.
Oh my god.
Magi walks away.
I just look at him like,
he
don't you
walks
fucking
up
dare.
to try and he walks up with his arms outstretched, and then Charles
Charles,
just
like,
shoots him daggers out of his eyes. Like he's like, okay,
I'll come back. He's Matthew McConaughey now. All right.
he totally is Matthew McConaughey. Oh man, that's so good.
So, yeah, Evelyn let them kind of say their piece, but she comes up and, like, Poe, you really saved our asses back there. And, may not have been all butterflies and rainbows, but it was good for the most part, and, safe travels. Hope I see you again sometime.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be back here at some point. Bye, Barbara.
Bye, Poe. And I give you a hug. Like, I don't even correct you. It's all right.
So, do you just like get up and leave?
No.
Oh, okay.
I said in a few days.
Oh, so I'm like,
Bye in advance, Poe.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wait for the boat to come through to take him back to the mainland.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Magi was gonna speak up. He's gonna say, "Dude, you can go back with me. They had a supply ship come in like a couple of days ago after the storm cleared out. We can get out of here in the morning if you want."
Sounds good.
Totally.
So I kind of go, waiter, round for the table for my man here. He's gonna be well missed. And I guess, when we get our drinks, we just to Poe, and I raise my glass.
I raise mine.
I am awesome.
I guess
That's what you say.
I take a drink and I go, well, if we're on the topic, Lucky, Evelyn, you guys gonna stay? You leaving? What's going on?
Well, I'm planning on staying. I've never had a home before, and I think Pride and Hearth is a place to start. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might try and make it here. Ever since I became this way, I've been looking for a place in this world where I can be me, find out what me is. And
You're a dog.
You know what you are?
What's that?
You're a good boy.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
I like that.
Yeah. I kind of scratch his head and I'm like, you're the goodest boy.
Well, I was gonna say, here I'm a hero, and I like that. So I'm gonna stick around.
I kind of ruffle your fur a little bit.
Oh, come on. That took 3 hours to get it styled that way.
I smooth it back out. Sorry, Lucky.
I think I'm gonna go to the count and try to get that land that we got. I want to try to start building my own place. I think I'm here to stay. I bled for this place. I ain't leaving.
Can we be neighbors?
Dude, we can combine. We can get land next to each other and just combine the houses.
I can build a summer home.
Why would you? Okay.
I think the stipulation for the land is that you have to live here.
Oh, that's right. Fuck.
Okay, so the night drones on. You guys are laughing, sharing good times, and night turns into morning. Poe, Magi, and his friend, and the little boy, I forget what his name was, that you rescued.
Slappy.
They're all walking, Slappy. They're walking to the dock. The sheriff informs you guys that the boat will be leaving if you guys want to go to the dock to see Poe off.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, head over there.
Do you go, or are you gonna rest?
Lucky's a little hesitant because I think he's sad to hear that they're leaving, but he goes because he knows he'd regret it if he didn't go.
Okay. All right. So you guys head out to the dock, and much like when you first arrived, there's a little tiny dock going out to a little dinghy that's just waiting to take people back to the boat that's out in the water. And Poe is standing there, and everybody's around. Yeah.
Get back on that boat, and I'm gonna stab you. No, Charles is gonna walk up and go. Doesn't seem that long ago where we were hopping off this boat, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, don't be a stranger, man. Come back. You got a home here.
I will.
And, maybe wash yourself.
Nah.
All right.
Evelyn hands you a box that's wrapped up, and she's like, for whenever you miss us, I hope this helps. And then I give you a hug. Have fun.
He's really worried that it's hands.
Dude, as soon as she said hand in the box, I started laughing. I'm like, it's his fucking lizard hands.
She has kind of a smile on her face, like,
It's definitely
you already
lizard.
know.
She takes the other hand and points at him with it.
Hey. Did she high fives herself with it?
This is now my best friend.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell you about my best
Hand.
I'm also going to go over to Magi and Argyle, I assume, is
Yep.
going. And say, hey, thank you, Argyle and Magi.
Oh.
It was very nice meeting you.
I thought you
Put
were
him
gonna
on
say,
blast
I know,
while
Jesus.
he's leaving.
I thought you were going to say, all right, bye, Magi, then leave.
Whoa.
It was nice meeting you, and maybe we'll run into each other some other time.
Totally.
I just I shake your hand, and I guess I put an arm around Argyle in a hug-like fashion.
I'm gonna walk up to him next, and I'm gonna be like, Argyle, it was a pleasure working with you, my man. You kicked some serious ass, and how about you keep this one out of trouble, all right? And I kind of just elbow like Magi, and I as I turn to Magi, I go, hey man, just remember, you're always gonna be needed somewhere, so don't give up.
Thanks, man. That's just the nicest thing ever.
Maybe lay off the weed.
Oh. I don't know about that, man.
Just a suggestion. You don't gotta take it to heart.
Maybe one step at a time.
All right, man. So I kind of just slap his shoulder, and I'm just like, have fun. And I take my step back. And
Lucky, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, Lucky just goes straight over to Argyle.
Aw.
And he's kind of sniffing a little bit. And he's like, I thought after all this was over, we'd have more time to hang out.
We get married.
Fuck. He's like, I think you're the only person who really understands what I've been going through. So I'm sad that you're going. And I'm gonna miss you.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
And then Lucky does a flip.
Argyle wraps himself around your neck one last time.
Chokes me to death.
That way you'll have my memory forever.
I'll keep your spirit with me.
It's like in a vial.
He eats me.
Oh my god.
This just took a dark turn.
You know we can't have sentimental moments here, damn it.
Try as I may. Okay. Yeah, and Charles took the words right out of my mouth because that familiar figure walks up and says, "Hey, man.
Oh God.
I really appreciate how you turned my life around and saved my town. It's me, Theos. Yeah, I know I'm cleaned up, but I told
He's like wearing a suit.
He's like he has priest robes on. He's like a born again Christian.
Anytime you want to come back here, you're welcome to. And
Boy.
just like when you first arrived here, man. If you get on that boat, I'm gonna cut you."
Why are you crying? We barely know you. You threatened to kill us.
Lucky. Just let him have this, all right? Just let him have it.
Yeah. Okay.
Changed my life. No, so he like kind of smiles his best, and that's all he's got to say.
Weird.
And that's all you say. You're like, okay.
What a weirdo. You just walk on the boat.
Oh yeah, go ahead. What?
So yeah, Poe turns to Charles and he says, "It was a great time in battle.
Yeah, man.
Shield saved me many times."
Your song was very inspiring. You're the fucking
Thanks,
toughest.
Man.
It's Charles, man, but thanks.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you're Cha-Cha Man now.
He turns to Evelyn and is like, "Remember that time you unlocked that box thing?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, good job, Becky."
Thank you, Poe.
He turns to Lucky. He's like, "Your eyes turn red sometimes," and he pats him on the head.
You might want to get that checked out.
Thanks, Poe.
Your eyes turn red sometimes. Nothing about the flying, nothing about the snowballs. Just, hey man, your eyes turn red sometimes.
And then he just starts walking down the pier or whatever. And then he turns around and he, like, a la Forrest Gump. Wait.
As he's like walking onto the boat, I kind of like look to both of Evelyn and Lucky, and I go, "He was the weirdest dude."
Yeah.
I think that was a goodbye, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I think mine was a goodbye. I don't know about yours two. I mean, he called you Becky.
It's okay. It's fine. He's special. It's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that.
And then Poe fades away.
He was a ghost the whole time.
It's a ghost the whole time.
A la Bruce Willis. You got that one right, Chris? You got that joke? All right,
That's from more than 10 years ago.
I guess as we see the boat leave, we all turn to walk back in town.
You guys are turning back to head towards town. You hear behind you, Lucky, somebody rushing up to you. You turn around and you see that
Snowball.
You're blind.
and you freeze Argyle.
Oh no! You'll never leave me now. He fucking miseried him now.
I'll keep your soul.
Argyle rushes up to you and he's like, I think I'll stay for a while after all.
That's
If
amazing.
you don't mind.
Lucky, like, stands completely still. Like, you don't see any emotion change on his face, but his tail just, like, starts whipping back and forth. Like, he's just so happy he can't even express it.
That's adorable. Oh my god.
And he, like, hops around your neck.
Yeah, as best he can, like, Lucky tries to, like, nuzzle him a little bit. He's just so happy.
Oh man.
So,
We need to kill something now. It's been too.
So Lucky and Argyle are best buds again, and the sheriff says, what's next for you, Evelyn?
Well, I was actually thinking about utilizing the land that was given and building myself a little cottage, and I would also like to build kind of a training facility or something for kids in need and just try and help them find a place in the world and
Teach them to hit with an arrow 1 out of 7 times.
And cut off hands.
And cut off hands.
I really do appreciate you,
Putting him on blast.
Ryan.
We're all having fun here.
So the sheriff kind of nods her head, and she's like, I think I may just know the place, if you'll come with me.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
So she, anybody's free to follow if they want, but she escorts you to a place that you've seen briefly, but you didn't really spend any time when you were early on here coming to Island Town, and you see that things are flooded, but people are slowly reclaiming the area. But she says this is the Watched Row. This is where Sargava sends its criminal elements. Not like mass killers or anything like that, but just elements that they don't want to deal with, and a lot of the town's children run into trouble here. Bad influence. Might be where you could help out with those kids.
Yeah, Evelyn takes a minute and kind of looks, and I assume sees a whole bunch of kids that look like they need a place to belong, and it kind of resonates with her a little bit, and she's like, Sheriff, I really appreciate you doing this. I think this is exactly where I need to be.
She says, if you need anything, let me know. And she kind of nods and walks off.
Evelyn, she kind of takes a little bit longer, and she doesn't really like engage in anything right now because nothing's set in stone or anything, but she kind of just starts thinking about the future and what she can do to help these kids, and makes her way back to town to find a place where she can get all the supplies needed to kind of start building. And yeah.
All right, later on we see Lucky kind of happily running through town.
Playing tag with Argyle through the streets.
It's like, hey, buddy, I kind of got something I got to take care of. A promise I once made. Can you come with me?
Yeah, sure.
And he heads out the front gate. The gate was functional still. It just nobody was there to man
Correct.
it before. Okay, so yeah, he heads out the front gate, and he goes off a little ways out of sight from like the main road into Brenshearth, and he takes kind of a few like tentative looks around, make sure nobody else is looking, just his friend Argyle there, and he slides the bone out of his harness. He sets it down on the ground, looks at it, and he starts digging. And once he's got a hole deep enough, he picks the bone up, and he looks at it. He takes one last bite on it. And he drops it in the hole and covers it up.
I feel like at this moment, Evelyn, she already has all of her supplies and she's heading out to a piece of land, but all of a sudden, just any sadness, anything, any cloud that was hovering over her just seems to vanish, and she just kind of has a sigh of relief, like, all right.
Poe feels better.
All right.
I got nothing.
And Argyle like kind of looks at you and nods.
He understands.
Yeah.
So it's evening time, and Charles strolls up to the sheriff's office, and from outside the door he can hear this boisterous laughing. Just two people, just non-stop laughter.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
You hear, oh, come in.
I open the door. Like, I just kind of like slowly swing the door open and go, I'm not interrupting, am I?
Oh no, not at all. And when you walk in, you see the sheriff sitting at the desk, and you see a man dressed, an older gentleman, kind of balding in the front, gray in the beard, dressed in like this light blue, almost kimono looking thing, just laughing with her. And she says, "Oh, Charles, this is my cousin Jerry Pratt." And if you look closer and you notice he's missing an arm. She's like, this is my cousin. This is who I would like to take out to dinner tonight. So if you don't mind, we'd like to get out of here a little early.
Oh, please go ahead. I got nothing but time. You kids have fun now.
Thank you. And as she's walking out the door, she says, "Oh, there's some paperwork on the desk there. Could you put that in the drawer for me?"
Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it. Go have fun.
All right.
Go catch up.
So they walk out the door, and they're just laughing, and the door shuts.
So I'm going to walk over, and I'm going to, like, pick up the paper and just kind of, like, stack it to where it looks neat. And I'm going to, like, kind of looking around, like, oh, where's this filing cabinet at? And I'm like, oh, there it is. And I'm going to, just walk over and set everything in where I assume it goes,
Yeah, well, you open the drawer, and you see, like, just a couple of sort of like office items. You see like a medical kit, and then you see like this picture of what you assume to be a younger Sheriff Pratt, and then another younger girl that you don't recognize right away.
I kind of like lean in and grab the picture, and I kind of go, yeah, she'd be proud. I'm gonna put the photo back and walk over to the table. I assume like the cells are like right where that table is at. Like it's just one big room.
No, there's actually so behind the sheriff's desk against that back wall, there's a door that you open up, and it goes back to the cells.
Okay, I'm gonna take my stroll back there, see if any new people are in there.
All right. So you open the door, and you've got a 5-foot wide long hallway. On either side of you, there's 2 cells to your left, 2 cells to your right as you walk down the hall. It curves around to the right. There's another couple of cells back there. And the first cell on your right, you see a dwarf. You recognize him as Ersk, and he's just like clearly sleeping off something.
I just kind of like, I look at him and go, some people can never change. I just, I'm just whistling a tune, just strolling down, looking at all the cells.
Okay, so you're walking down, nobody. You turn the corner, and you see to your left there's an unoccupied cell. To your right there is a cell, and you see Hamsa huddled over in the corner, like she's just sitting there, head in her knees, just sitting there.
I was gonna like put my hands in between 2 bars and like rest in the bar.
Yeah.
You certainly caused quite the fuss.
She doesn't say anything.
Ignoring people is kind of rude. I'm just here to talk.
She still doesn't say anything.
Do I have enough like room in the hallway to go walk back and grab like a chair and then sit down in front of the cell?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go grab one. I'm gonna like sit it down. It's gonna be like, you can ignore me all you want. I'm still gonna be sitting here.
Roll a perception check.
17.
You can tell that there's something wrong here. This is not normal.
Be like,
You all right?
Yeah, she doesn't say anything.
I'm gonna kind of like stand up and like walk back out and try to find the keys.
Okay.
And, like walk back and like open the cell. And, like I grab the medikit out of the drawer, and I'm like, here's hoping I don't need this. And I like walk back in and open the cell door.
Okay, so you open the cell door, and you walk in, and when you approach her, you can see that there's a pool of blood.
Oh God!
Underneath of her, and you can see that there is a knife laying to one side, and her wrists are slit.
Is there a bed in the cell? Or
yes.
I'm gonna pick her up and be like, it's stupid, and like put her on the bed and like open the healing kit and try to do what I can.
Okay, as you're moving her to the bed, roll another perception check.
Okay. 23.
23. All right. So you're moving her to the bed, and then all of a sudden you hear the door to the cell close and lock. You see a person standing there.
I like run over to the cell. I'm like, hey. I'm like, what do you think you're doing? I'm the sheriff, goddammit. Or a deputy, anyway.
And then you hear this voice, and he's like, well, Charles, you've made quite the name for yourself in this town. And as he's speaking, there's two more people that step up, and you instantly recognize them. They're the people that you saw at the party last night. They're like swooning over you.
You two?
Yeah, they're kind of just slyly smiling at you, but they don't say anything. And the man says, do you remember who I am, Charles?
Let me out, you son of a bitch.
Well, I may do that. Depends on what you do. If you're having a hard time remembering me, I am Mr. Blackwell. We met on the boat. Do you recall?
Fuck. He's that prospecting guy I talked to. Remember the other guy in the suit on the boat on the opposite side where the papaya guy was?
Okay.
You recognize the voice now that you've heard who he is, but you don't recognize him because he's disguised differently.
Okay.
He looks different.
But he said his name, right?
Yeah,
like,
you know his name, but
like I would remember
different.
that I talked to him.
Yes.
So like resignation, like I'm like,
right.
From the boat. What are you doing?
Yes, from the boat. Well, truth be told, Charles, you can't put all of your eggs in one basket, so while I am indeed a prospector, I also have membership in another organization. One that perhaps you're interested in.
I kind of turn back to Hamza and I go, did you do this?
Oh, I never get my hands dirty, Charles. I think I'll let your imagination run wild.
I kind of like take a step back and like just take a deep breath. I'm just like, why don't you let me out? We'll talk to this without this door in my face.
Oh, I don't think so, Charles. I take precautions, and that's why I'm still alive. But I have seen your deeds around town, and I know that you are very capable. And we could use a man of your talent in the Aspis Consortium. You can earn this membership, but there is a problem. Your position is currently filled, although it seems like it won't be for much longer. Your membership depends on what you do next, or should I say, not do.
Why should I join you? What benefit would you give me that I haven't already secured already?
Well, you have saved the town, Charles, from destruction, but there is much rebuilding to do, and the Aspis Consortium has the funds necessary to do that. We only want to help those around the world. We simply have a bad reputation because there are those out there that are misinformed. But I assure you, if it's the town that you want to secure, the Aspis Consortium can do that for you.
I kind of sit down at that, like at the edge of the bed. It's a tempting offer. Your friend here, she tried to kill us. How do I know you're not just going to use me and then dispose of me when I'm done being useful?
Hamsa has been here for 5 long years. She had her time and didn't produce any results. The judgment was not passed by me. I merely carrying out orders. If you do your job, of course you will not die, but with every investment there is some risk. Surely you can see the benefit of taking that risk to better your town, your new home, did you say last night?
He kind of just kind of scoffs and is there a window in the cell?
Yeah, it's not big enough that you can get through.
I'm not trying to get out.
Okay, yeah.
But does it look over the town though?
Yes.
All right, so I just see all the devastation from the storm.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of walk over. What of the sheriff? What if I agree?
I have no interest in the sheriff. She is free to police the town. That is not my concern.
Then what do you need me to do?
I need a man of your talents to influence this area for the good of this community, for the Aspis Consortium. Discover, learn what is out there, harness these resources. This was Hamsa's mission, and she couldn't do any of that. All she did was bring war to this region by keeping silent. But you can discover the valuable resources in this untamed land, and together we can bring peace and prosperity, and there will be no more tornadoes from these lizard folk.
I'm as he's talking, I'm still looking over the town, at all the people, and he kind of slowly turns and I say, so if I join you, I'll be able to keep this town safe.
Absolutely.
Charles gonna slowly walk over to the cell and put my hand out and say, fine.
Mr. Blackwell, he smiles and he extends a hand and shakes your hand. And then, in a moment, he's gone, and the keys are on the ground. And Charles is now an honorary member of the Aspis Consortium. And we'll see you next time.
Heyo.
All right.
Make sure you check out our website at adventureawaitspod.com. There you can find links to our Facebook and Twitter, and keep up to date when we release new episodes. And a big thanks to Sirenscape for providing music and sound effects. Check them out at Sirenscape.com, where you can revolutionize your tabletop gaming experience.